My name is Mark. I'm 23. I am a content creator, social media manager, a working student. I study economics and business and marketing. I am a part-time athlete. I was a professional athlete for a couple of years. And today I will tell you everything that I do and how I balance it. That was just, straight up a beginning for the people who don't know me. Also, I'm not an American. I'm not, a native English speaker. So just let's get into the video. I know there are some people out there who, for example, have a busier life than me. They own a business. Also, they, I don't know, are a bigger entrepreneur than me. Full-time, YouTuber. For example, a manager. I don't know, in a corporate and so on. But I think that I have a pretty busy life. Let's just say that I do and I work something around like 14 to 15 hours, something between that a day. And I also balance it with school, sports, being an athlete, like a part-time athlete and so on. So I will just tell you what I do. So the best thing that I do is this. All right, this is an old one. I'm not using it anymore, but it's like a little diary where I write everything down, like everything that I encounter during the day, every little thought, I just write it down. I learned it from a friend who was an entrepreneur, and he told me, if you have an idea, write everything down, everything. And don't just, take a little note, just everything you know about the idea, write it down. Every plan or everything you have to do during the day, just write it down. So yeah, that's what helped me to get things done. Just writing everything down. For morning, planning my days ahead also. So I sit at least once or twice a week and just plan 2 to 3 days ahead what I have to do, and then just, adjusting the times and, everything about it. So number one, having a diary, great thing. So then, about planning my day. I wake up at the same time every day and I go to sleep at the same time almost also every night. So I wake up every day at 6 or 6:30, something in between. Depends on if I go to sleep, for example, at 10 or 10:30, or 11. Right now I'm trying to go to sleep. Latest time that I'm trying to go to sleep is 11. But mostly it's like 10:30 or 11, and I wake up at 6 a.m. So 7 hours of good sleep is enough. And from 6 a.m. my day looks like this. I wake up, I get dressed, do hygiene and so on, have breakfast, drive to work. The commute is something around an hour, so I drive just with my car to work, and then I work from 7:30 to 4 p.m. usually, like that, like every day, Monday to Friday. Then I go home, and then when I finish work, there are a couple of things that I planned ahead, and the things that help me to do is also, I'm right now recording with my phone, but it's a little app. I will just put it somewhere here. You can take it. That app reminds me every time what to do next. Then I drive home or to my girlfriend. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And then it looks like this. For example, I come home at 6 p.m. and I tutor 2 students or 1 student at least a day. I tutor, for example, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then I have a workout from 6:30 to 7:30, either at the gym with a friend. And then I go home, study from 8 to 9 or 8 to 10, and then I just read a little bit because I have a book here about social media, also a book here about marketing, so I read that. And then also in between, for example, when my friend is a little bit delayed, or I study, for example, not 2 hours or, for example, 1 hour and a half, I do at least 30 minutes or 1 hour of translations. So yeah, how I'm able to manage to do all of the things. Alright, I already said this. Then going to sleep on the same day and just having like a little bit of mental clarity, because reading, best thing you can do. One of the best things you can do is reading every day or every second day for at least, I recommend 20 to 30 minutes. I compare it to a workout, because a workout or like a physical activity should take at least 20 minutes. So I'm a big fan of reading at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. If not, if you're not, able to just, do it the next day, for example, 10 minutes more, like I do. So every second day, it's good to read like 30 minutes. And when I record the next video, I'm right now at the half of the book. I don't know if you can see it. So in the next video, I will just compare how far I've got. Should be probably, I don't know, like next week. Yeah, but reading is the second thing. It helps you to concentrate way better during the day. And that's not, like a placebo effect and so on, but that's something I realized myself when I was reading, or when I read, for example, like 10, 20, 30 pages a day, every second day, being able to concentrate, the next day and so on. I felt the difference, right? Because of social media and so on. I look into my phone for trends and so on for, I don't know, like 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, because I also do content for myself. And I look into my phone on social media at least on average like 7 hours a day, which is kind of, I mean, it takes not only effort, like a lot of dopamine also. I did a dopamine video like, I don't know, a year ago. You can watch that if you're interested. But it takes a lot of, energy out of you. And then concentrating on a simple task, that's almost impossible. Okay, I feel like at that moment when I go off work and I do all of the content and so on, I kind of feel like, I feel like I have ADHD at sometimes. And reading helped me to concentrate way better than when I didn't read. So reading is the second thing that I would recommend you, because that will help you to concentrate way better and get things done way better. So you will concentrate on one thing at a time. You will get it done way better. But the thing number three is being active, like physically active. The same with reading, at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. Great. What I do as, as a guy, I don't know if girls would be, motivated to do it like from zero. But what I do is sparring and, jogging, I don't know, in a forest or hiking. Why I'm doing this is simple, because I believe that when you have a healthy body, you will also have a healthy mind. So running, jogging, being physically active helps me a lot to get things done. I know it takes time. For example, a workout takes 1 hour of your day, but in the long term, your body will look way better. You will feel way better. And you will, also be way more concentrated, confident, and you will believe in yourself way more. So that's what I would recommend, everyone to do. Tip number 4, if you tell it to someone. And I highly recommend that, because I don't want to say scared, but I was a little bit concerned that when I tell someone about my goals and the things that I do, they will judge me, they will say, bad things about me. And the moment I stopped caring, everything worked out. And the time I talked to someone what I want to achieve, what I want to do, what I just, what I'm planning to do, what my goals are, and what I'm doing for that, and how I'm working, what I'm doing every day. And also, that's why I'm also taking this video to tell you guys what I do. That kind of motivates me to achieve those goals, because I already told someone, and if I don't achieve it, I look like a complete a loser that didn't achieve it. I mean, it's extreme, but that motivates me to achieve those goals and so on. So telling it to someone can be a great motivator. And then I have a last tip, how to get things done. And this is probably when you have already 4 of those, when you already do all 4 of those. And that's the most important. Just, don't care about what anyone says. You just don't. Because if you already tell someone, and that was like the point number 4, and the point number 5 is like don't caring about it. Because some people just, they don't do something, or they don't take action because they're scared what the people around them will think. That's something like I had to come over, that I had to eliminate, because I wouldn't start social media. For those who came from my Instagram account, hi. I will put it somewhere here. I wouldn't start social media. I wouldn't start creating content. I wouldn't, talk to people. I wouldn't, create a lot of connections in marketing, in a lot of, I don't know, in the gym, like in boxing and so on. I wouldn't do that much progress. Because if I would doubt myself, and if I would think bad about myself, like, oh, what would they think about me if I just, talk to them, and what would they think if I do this and if I did that, I wouldn't be there right now, because I'm able to balance, like, I don't know how much I counted, like 6, 7, things that I do every day. I will put it, at least I think I will, tell you more in the next video what I do, how much time it takes, how I got into those, jobs, and how I start, freelance. A young generation, for example, I'm Gen Z, and I'm 23. I mean, I feel old, but doesn't matter. I think that we are extremely creative. We can do a lot of things. I mean, I have a friend, or I have 2 or 3 friends that are extremely creative. I mean, I'm kind of jealous of their creativity sometimes. What they tell me, what they would do, what they, all the plans that they have, and they just don't take action. Because, I mean, what if it doesn't work out? I mean, I have to, keep the money, and that's time consuming and so on. Just don't care. I mean, that's why I'm recording, for example, this video. That's why so many people, exploded on YouTube. That's why so many people started a business. That's why so many people are great musicians, for example. Just don't care. So, yeah, just to wrap it all up. Stay healthy, move a lot, read a lot, tell someone, write everything down, and don't care. Those are my 5 tips how to get everything done. And those are the tips and those are the points or steps that I do to get everything done. If you want to know more what I do and so on, I know it's way more. Not only like being a student and so on, like also translating, dubbing. I sometimes do like a little bit of dubbing. I don't know how it's in English, like, voiceovers for a couple of clients. So I think it's interesting what all things that I do, but I will talk about it in the next video if you would be interested. But yeah, those are my 5, steps how to achieve and how to get all of the things done, the steps that I do. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. This was a video without script, which is cool, in English. So also let me know about my English, because I want to improve like almost every day. So let me know which words I could pronounce way better. Leave a comment, like some tips, because I want to sound like a native speaker. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope this video helped you.